Hi, Theodora. How are you today?
Hi, dear. I'm very, very excited to be your guest today, and I can't wait for our conversation. Really, thank you for inviting me here to share about me and my story.
Lovely.
So happy to be here with you.
And I'm happy to have you. Now, I'm just going to give you a little bit of an idea. I'm Christina Hartery, and today I have another exciting episode of Expanding Awareness. And today I am joined by Theodora, who you can see right here. And she's a life coach, a yoga teacher. She shows people a GPS of how to live their most authentic, fulfilling, happy, and impactful lives. And she's a lovely lady who I met at an actual event. And we got talking, and she delivers a lot of passion. So you're going to enjoy today. Now, I'm going to ask a couple of questions, just some things, some people can feel, around what you do and who you are. But Theodora, when well, going back to the beginning, you were born in the early hours of Easter. And I remember reading that, and you were named Theodora, which translated from Greek, meaning gifts of God. Do you think your name was a sign of things to come? Because it's a beautiful name. Mm.
Yes, yes. Well, really, this is how my story, my journey, life journey begin. I'm born in the very second hour of Easter. Yes, and actually about my name, I really love my name, Theodora, gift translated from Greek, gift to from God. And it was interesting about my name because my father changed his mind in the last minute to give me this name. I was supposed to be named Camellia, but he changed his mind and he said, no, she will be Theodora. And it was a bit story about my name because back then in Bulgaria, we were not allowed to name our children with foreigner name. So they refused to put this name on my papers. And I was staying actually without a name for 3 months. And yes, then, okay, they find a way to put this name. And here I am, Theodora, gift from the God. And I really believe that I am gift from the God. Um, this is, as a reflecting on my life experience, I can see that whoever I meet, just somehow I have some impact, positive impact in their life, and really they perceive me as gift from the God.
Oh, I like that. I like that because I would agree. You are very, there's a lovely feeling around you that puts people in a nice space. It's very true. And we're all named like that. My name's Christine, and Christina,
Yeah.
follower of Christ. So again, part of the godliness. And when I first heard it, I had a similar thought. I thought, you know what? I am that person who goes back to the light. So beautiful. I like that so much. Now, I've got a couple of interesting bits because I was, reading a bit about you as well as getting to know you. At a young age, you started your own business as a fruit and vegetable shop, I was reading. And I guess you wanted more, but I mean, what got you into doing that? Because that was quite a curious thing, fruits and vegetables and yeah.
Yes. Okay. So when I finished actually the school around my 18, after my 18 years, I decided that I want to start my own business, like a young lady. And my mother and my father, they did have a fruit and vegetable shop, but I wanted to be separate, like independent, let's say. So I start on my own, and yes, it was a wonderful journey. I really learned a lot from this experience. I loved what I do. I loved to, just to meet with the people and to decorate these beautiful fruits and vegetables, colorful, and make like my shop as a beauty, as pleasure for the eyes, and of course, after when they go home, the taste of them. So yes, from this experience, I really learned a lot about how to communicate with people, how to offer them, how to sell, how to just be in their on service to them, because when they're coming to buy, they don't come only because of the fruit or the vegetable. They're coming because of the person who is sitting behind and sell these fruits and vegetable. It's about a relationship,
Yeah.
let's say.
Yes. Now that's quite a good, well, that's a very enterprising thing to do at a young age, which I think sort of defines you as we go forward in your story. And for the women listening, it's quite empowering. Now I know you're a mother and you have your daughter and your husband and you've got a lovely family, but you are a person that does moves forwards and shines. Okay. Now, following on from that, you described the voice inside of you saying you were born for more, and you felt that feeling that you were there was more coming, and you felt that voice. Can you describe that a bit more to me? And yeah, because I was quite intrigued by that.
Yes, of course. Okay, the business he was going actually so wonderful, everything he was perfect, but one day I just heard the voice within me which say, Theodora, you are born for more. And at, at first I was like shocked, just didn't know how to respond to this voice within me, because everything was just perfect in my life. But then I start to thinking about that, and I say, yes, actually it's true. I don't want my whole life to sell vegetables and fruits. So I ask myself what I want, and I didn't have any answer of that question. And I will just tell a short story about how I moved forward to my next stage, to the casino business. I say to myself, what I want to work. And I opened a newspaper, because back then it was only newspapers. I opened the newspaper and I started looking for what kind of jobs there are over there, in the world. And I see an offer from a casino. They were looking for casino dealers. I say, what is that? And I asked my mom. She said, I don't know. I say, you know what? I'm just going and see what it is. So I went to the interview, and I passed the interview. They say they're gonna connect with me few days after, and later they said, I'm really sorry, but you are not the appropriate person for the job. I say, what? I was very confident lady, having my own business, running my own successful business, and they say to me that I'm not the appropriate person. I couldn't accept that. I say, no way. And I was waiting every day the next newspaper and the next advertise for the casino, because I said, I'm going to prove myself and prove everyone that I am the appropriate person for this position. So yes, day by day, finally came another advertise, and I went to the interview, and then I passed the first, the second, the third interview. They took me to the job. This is how I moved into the casino industry and start my casino journey there for 12 years, around a little bit more than 12 years.
Wow, I love that because you pushed, and your tenacity, your determination, your knowing pushed you for. A lot of people give up. They go so far and then they think, oh no, I'm not going to do it. And they don't go for that next bit. This is a coach, I'm going to get there. But yeah, I mean, you've got to go for what you want. But I must admit, being a casino person does intrigue me because that's quite a job. I mean, with all of the, doing the telling the money and doing the whatever you've got to do. It's all, you see it on TV and on films, you think, oh my gosh, that's quite hard to do, really. So I'm guessing you learned things from that job because 12 years is a long time. I mean, what did you take from doing? Because it's quite, as I said, it's quite a intense job. You've got to continually be on it, haven't you?
It is. Okay, let me tell you first. I just want to say I didn't know what is that casino back then, and sometimes this let's say a rejection from the universe sign that this is not the job for you. we have to listen for these signs, because when I start in the casino, the work, I was shocked. I was really shocked. I was not prepared to meet that reality there. You're dealing with so much negative energy there that I was just not prepared how to deal with these things. People, of course, are angry because they're losing their money and so on, and they bring all the anger over you. So it was not a pleasure, let's say. And then I say, maybe it was better to not start on this journey. I really don't want to continue like that. And I say what I will do. Then I decided to move to the slot games, not to the live game, but to the slot games where people are playing on the machines, and all of the anger, if any, is over the machine, not over me. So I moved to the slot casinos, and there, step by step, I climb up the ladders up to managing 34 slot casinos in Bulgaria, and after teaching and the managers of the casino how to running successful slot casino.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's great. Oh my gosh. So you kept on going with it and that made good of it. Yeah, there's a lot of negativity, and energy is something that, when you're teaching and coaching and working with people as you do and I do, you watch where their energies are, where they're placed, where you're placed. Yeah, and of course, it's a lower vibration working with gambling and such. Obviously, from our point of view, even my husband and his family have always had slot machines and gambling.
Yes.
There than their businesses, so I'm quite familiar with that. So I really understand that. But to then take it to those levels of running, well done you.
Yes.
That's fantastic. That's again a lot of responsibility, but very, very exciting.
It was.
I'll take a lot from that. Okay, now. At some point, you moved here to Cyprus, where we both are, and you've been here a little while. What happened between the casino and moving to Cyprus in this transition?
Yeah. Yes, actually, it was my brother used to live here in Larnaca, so they had a baby. My niece was born, and I came to Cyprus to see her. And to tell you the truth, I just fell in love with this island. I loved it so much. I love the people. They were so smiling, open, warm people. Just not this kind of stress what we have in Bulgaria. And I love the sea because in Bulgaria I'm living far away from the sea. And I really love the sea, so I fell in love with this island, and I said I want to live here, and I didn't want to leave my job in Bulgaria and to leave my my boss without any announcement before. So we had a conversation with them, and I say, I really want to stay here. I like it. And they say, Theodora, listen to me. If you want, because I had back then 1 month of holiday, my annual holiday. And they say to me, listen, take 1 month, 1 month extra holiday, see how you're going to feel there. And if everything is okay for you, don't worry, feel free to stay there. If you don't like it for some reason, you're always welcome to come back to the company and keep doing your job. So this is how I stayed here, actually. And I don't regret it. I loved it. I love this island. It's beautiful.
I can understand that because
it took me actually 1 year to get used with this piece here, because from very stressful daily routine, you go on the other side where is absolute peace and quietness. Everybody's doing the things slowly, no rush, no nothing. So that was really challenging for me. And it took me like 1 year to get used with this pace of life. Yes.
Now I'm laughing because I can relate to that because we've been here about 6 months, and it's exactly like that. From going from an absolute hectic, crazy, we have businesses and other businesses as well as the things I do, the coaching, spiritual stuff where we met. But it was so intense coming from the UK where we were and into this, and it's taking us time to get used to it.
Yes.
Keep thinking when somebody winds the window down, they're going to start shouting or something's going to happen. We're like this, and we're still getting used to it because it's so different. The pace, the warmth of the people, all of the things you described, I have to second that because it's huge for us, and we're so glad. We're like, we knew this was the place, so I can understand that. See, I like this magic, so I'm going to go into the magic a little bit more because you've been following your inner voice, your inspiration, and your own spirituality, which I guess has grown since you've been here, but we'll get there because you've had quite a transformation. Because I know you do yoga and some bits and pieces. Tell me a little bit about your spiritual journey and some of the things that happened when you were here, because I think we go into another phase of Theodora's
Yes.
story. Yes, that'll be lovely. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so my journey in yoga, how was start? Actually, in 2012, I was already here in Cyprus, but I met my husband and the father of my daughter, and he didn't want me to work. So for me, as a woman, which was always independent, and just strong lady, was very scary to go to a place where I'm not gonna work and I'm gonna depend on someone. So that was a big decision for me, and I needed the time to take this decision. So I go back to Bulgaria and I say I need to clear my mind, because my heart say go, my mind say no. uh, Anyway, at this time, I had another offer from Bulgaria from my old company, which they offer me a higher, position and more money to go back and work for them. And in the same time, happened that, and I didn't know what to do. So my heart say, go in Cyprus. My mind say, no, stay here, where is, safe, secure. You have everything you want, and your family is here, everything. But I couldn't take a decision when my mind and my heart are not in alignment. So I decided to Google it, and to Google, Google knows everything, and to Google my problem, and it showed me yoga. I say, what is that yoga? First time I hear about yoga. So I started to read about yoga, and I read something that makes me click, They say that yoga helps to stop the fluctuation of the mind. And I said, this is exactly what I need. So I started first with meditation. And what helps me really to take and be firm on my decision was a practice that I did. I draw a circle on the ground and I say, I'm going to separate this circle on two. And I will sit in the half of the both circles and see what are the feelings, what are the emotions, what are the thoughts, and how I experience each life, So I sit on one half of the circle where my life is in Bulgaria, where it's safe, secure, everything is okay. And then I had to face what I really fear. And it was to give up my independence. What if the things are not going to work? What, all of this fear of uncertainty and change. And on the other part of the circle where I'm following my heart and coming here to Cyprus, living with my husband, and it was so excited. My heart, it was just jumping up and down. And then back then, I actually deal with this fear, and I say, okay, what is the worst thing that could happen? And I said to myself, we're gonna split, and I know who I am. I know what I can. I can always find a job. I can continue on my journey. So that was the moment when my heart and my mind just become together, and I was ready to follow my path in peace. And finally, I decided really to move to Cyprus and stay here. Yes, giving up my independence, because I was tired from. I was building my career, okay, always being strong and everything, but something was missing from my life, and that was the personal life, because being always dedicated to the casino business, I didn't have the time to have my personal life, to have relationship and so on, and that part was missing. So yeah,
I
this is
understand.
how this what brought me to yoga. I started to do yoga every day, meditations, and then explore the practice. And yes, when I experience all of the benefits of the yoga, I say, my daughter was born already, and I said, I want to do something. I want to everything, all of these benefits, what I have from yoga, raising my awareness, dealing with my fears, and releasing all of the tension, all of the stress, and building my body strength, but not only the body strength and the emotional strength and mental strength and everything. I want to share this with the people, and through yoga. So this is how I decided to become a yoga teacher. And
Oh, I like.
yes,
So you made a transition from, you literally made a transition from the corporate and the independence and everything else into this spiritual world of, giving into that space. I like that because for anybody that's had that transition, and there's a lot of people who will be listening who will be thinking this sort of thing. And certainly for myself, I moved from the corporate into that transition of giving up things and then having more because I had the other spiritual side and listened to the voice. But it's a tough decision, that equilibrium between your mind and your heart. That's a
yeah,
powerful, I like that. That's very powerful. And I know that people listening will appreciate that because they will be, they think the same thing. Which one do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And it's
yeah,
yoga is, of course, like all principles, a beautiful art form in terms of spiritual awareness and stability and consciousness. It's a beautiful thing. But at some point you went in from there to coaching with people and developing the yoga further, right? Because you took it into another space, which is, oh, I have to ask you as well, because I'm curious.
yes,
Is your husband, is he a Cypriot man as well?
yes, it is. Yeah,
Romantic. We like romance. Romance is good. The audience likes romance. Oh,
yeah,
that's nice. We like that. So you went into so that part of it. Okay. So you got all this wonderful stuff going on, and then you go from the yoga into some transition of more, and you're teaching the people. And I guess this is where the coaching comes in. But do tell us a little bit about that.
yes,
Background.
absolutely. Yes, actually, it was unexpectedly. Let me tell you this one. Nothing in my life, it was not planned. I never planned for anything. Whatever it was happening, it was just happening, and I took the opportunity and go for with it. It was nothing planned. So I was how the coaching actually came to me was I was preparing. It was the beginning of the year, and I was preparing a yoga class for my group. Set goals for the new year, and I saw a picture of my daughter. She drew a picture with herself and a tree, and it was a nice juicy apple on the tree, and she's reaching this nice long hair to reach this juicy apple. And I was in the shower, thinking about how I'm going to structure my class, and boom, it came an idea. And I say, wow, this picture of my daughter reaching for this juicy apple and the goals we are trying to reach into the new year. And I say, why I don't combine the yoga with the art and see what is going to happen? And my mind very quickly started to develop the class. And I went on, it was on Saturday, and I say, girls, we're going to have a yoga art class. It's something new. First time we are doing that. But I believe it's going to be super, super nice. So we did the class. It was amazing, really, because the art, what it was helping the art actually. In the beginning, I used the yoga, so I calmed them down. I helped them to connect with themselves, with their true self, with their higher consciousness. And then through the art, what it was happening is actually the unconscious is become conscious on the paper. Mm. And they've got so many realization about their life. It was such an amazing class. And I went, everybody was excited. I went back home and I say, it was wonderful, but something is missing. And I say, sometimes we set goals in our life and we really pursue these goals with all of our, passion and effort and everything. And we reach this goal. And at the moment we say, was that everything? That was my case when I was talking in the beginning about the interview, when they reject me from the interview. And I was pursuing this. And when I've got it, I actually realized that this is not my thing. I was not happy with where I ended. So I say, I have to go deeper. I have to help them realize if this goes what they already said on the previous Saturday is actually their true goals. Is this really what they want? So I make the second class of this, again combined with art, and then it was just amazing. Then I realized that this is what I want to do. This is exactly what I want to do. Many of the girls, they came with so brilliant, like I have a girl which is a lawyer, and she understand back then that she wants to be a lawyer because she wanted to create a foundation about homeless people. And through being a lawyer, she can help this foundation, So you see how it's very, very deep. Yes, and then on Facebook, as I was scrolling down, I don't remember the lady. I just remember a blonde lady, but this grabbed my attention. It was a written life coach. I say, what is this life coach? Let me Google. Google knows everything. Google is part of my life. So I Google and I start reading, and I say, oh wow, this is exactly what I did and what I want to do. So I started to research for how I can get more education, more information, how can I certify. And yes, this is how my coaching journey started.
Right, because then you got this GPS, and you work a lot with removing self-limiting beliefs and barriers, and uncovering that. Yeah. Now, obviously, we spoke a little before, and I said to you, "Hey, I do something very similar." So I appreciate that with every bit of my understanding, and my journey took me to knowing that the same, things make you aware, don't they? Now, this is beautiful. So your yoga, your art, then into the coaching, then becoming a coach. And then the coach is then bringing forwards the actual real, true, authentic aspirations. Okay. And then, as I said, I know that you focus quite a lot on breaking aspects of they are self-limiting beliefs and ideas, and just bringing that away and removing the barriers. Tell us a little bit about that, because I mean, that's a lot of people. I mean, that's most people.
Oh, yes, yes. I think so. This is very common, and this is so normal. We are all human beings, and we all experience that. And as people, we are very often resisting the change. This is very, very huge things. And second, we are doubt our abilities and our capabilities about doing things. So what is my mission actually, which I believe is connected with my name, is I want to help people to recognize and to awaken, to activate this power within, and to start use it at will so they can create the life they want. And the limiting beliefs is one of the things that sabotage this power. Because when we are talking to ourselves that we are not good enough, or I cannot do this, or finding excuses and things to not do the things, yes, we cannot reveal our potential. So that's really a huge thing. But starting first to aware what is holding us back, what is this, the messages that we are telling ourselves. This is the first thing to be acknowledged, so we can break through and just following our path really with our true potential. Yes.
Oh, very much. So this is why the interview as well, the empowerment of that, the understanding of that, the enrichment of understanding who you are very powerful things. And I like the fact that you've brought so much of your inner knowing into your awareness and into your clients and your coaching, because they unlock their own answers, don't they? They do. Because I always say, the healer within, there you are, boom, you open up and there's your answers to whatever it is you're wanting. Okay, I love that. And you've covered quite a lot, because you've done such a nice description of your journey so far, that there's a lot of little gems in here that people will just be going, oh, that's so nice. Oh, I get that. And so I want to sort of highlight that at this point. But being a coach, you've actually said it has changed your life, and you feel better, yoga and inspiration and knowing and heart to mind and all the stuff we talked about. But at this point in time, as you're growing and everything else, and you're developing this, I'm assuming that you're feeling in a really great place, but perhaps you could describe that to people, because they want to know the benefits of how your transformation has taken place, let alone something you're offering them.
Yes, of course. Wow. May I say on the first place that I learned really to listen my inner guidance. And that is number one for me. Just to trust it and to follow. I know that many times it may look scary, but if you are willing to listen to this voice within you, you will see yourself in a life that even you were not dream about. So for me, the coaching, how transform my life, is transform on very many levels, starting from relationships. I have more beautiful, more, I feel like more connected to the people, and yes, beautiful relationships, that is on the first place. And something else, it is a journey. First of all, it is a journey, and is building up levels, but it's coming a time when you actually realize that you are living in abundance, and there is everything available to you if you are just willing to open your eyes and see, and reaching to take it. Is yours. It's yours, it's yours. Yes. So I can speak a lot for the benefits.
But they say this is the embodiment of reaching the apple and having the apple, and the abundance is there. I would agree. When you listen to that little knowing voice and the inspiration and all of that, it's important, because it takes us on that journey in the correct way. Maybe not the way the ego thought we'd go, but the way we're supposed to go. I'm rather liking that. Okay, now you've obviously got some future plans, and you've got some ideas for this coming year and into the next. Perhaps you'd like to share those with people, where you're taking things and where your inspirations are coming from.
Yes. Well, my next step into the coaching, of course, is I want to finish my certification. I already certified as a leadership coach, and I chose to work with leaders. I will tell you why. Because I'm not working only with leaders, but this is the people I really want to work with, because leaders are the people which has the ability and the power to inspire others and to teach others. So if I can help one leader to recognize this power within and to use it and to awake it and to activate it and to use it, then he can translate this to the people around him, 50, 10, 500,000 people he's working with, you know. So yes, my second step is certify as a performance coach, because executives and leaders on the very top, they are very high achievers, you know, and they are dealing really with a lot of stress. This is understandable. And that's why I really want to finish the performance, so I can be even more beneficial to them, even more understand their struggles, and be more able to help them in the best way. So this is in one of my goals in 2024, and the next one in the near future, I'm looking to open my space here in Limassol, where I want to, yes, do like small seminars, workshops, do my yoga classes, and yes, have this space and community where people feel empowered and supported on their transformative journey.
Oh, I do like that. Now, one of our mentors back a long time ago, he was a man, and he's quite well known in these performance places. He shared a lot with us in this way, that if you touch those people that touch the people, teach the people to teach, you have the ripple
Yes.
effect. And that's a beautiful goal. And setting up in Limassol, which is, the heart of things, sounds like a super plan. Theodora, you've been incredibly good today. In fact, you shared so much warmth and so many insights into aspects of life in general, not just what you do. There's a lot of takeaways for people. And obviously, they can find you and further chat, and I'm sure they will. But it's been a pleasure, because I've sort of listened to this and I've sort of got involved, and I thought, oh, this is really nice. And I can relate to a lot myself, but I can. But I feel that a lot of other ladies, especially ladies, but not just ladies, obviously men as well, will understand an awful lot from this lovely interview that we've had. It's been a pleasure. Oh my gosh, we've covered some ground, yeah? And
Thank you, dear.
it's been
It was a gift actually to meet you, and I will never ever forget this moment on my very first presentation, where I've been so stressed and even doubt myself. You see here again this limitation, what we were talking about. And it's like God sent you to me on that time as an angel to give me, this power and this light to carry with me. And you just remind me to shine my light, and everything will be perfect. And I will never forget this moment. Thank you so much for that.
And so when I saw you, I saw somebody just shiny with passion, sharing the best of themselves, which is what I feel people need. They don't need all sorts of flashy. They need a person that comes from the heart, and they get their mind and their heart together. And that's how I feel about you. It's been a pleasure. I'm looking forward to us catching up again. But for today, I'm going to end it in the interview and thank everybody for listening. And I look forward to catching up with you again. And we will have further conversations, especially as I'm into this seminar. So I'm going to say, God bless. We'll speak soon. Take care, dear.
Thank you, dear.